Yo, what's going on, guys? It is week 13 predictions, and yeah, it's just me again. Bunch of inconvenient situations happened again, and I am by myself. But it's no big deal because I do have all the answers from last week. Well, not the answers, the outcomes of last week, right here. So, I went 11-4 last week. My season record is at a whopping 104, 71, and 2. That is a 594 win percentage. So, I'm doing alright. Then you go look at the next one here. We have our friend GloopPieWalker. If you remember him the other day, the high-pitched voice kid. He went 9-6 last week. His record is 68, 41, and 1. His win percentage is 586. I forgot to show you guys this, by the way. There you go. Take a look at those final scores. The mighty EQuinn, who thinks Drew Brees is better than Tom Brady. Brady's just QB. Went 10-5 last week. He is 70-45 on the season. His win percentage is 609 to be exact. I rounded most of these up, by the way. The fourth digit. If it's more than 5, I round it up. Anywho, X-Inferno X-Dragon. He went 12-3 last week. His record is 71-45. One game better than EQuinn. That's a 612 win percentage. So he's currently... Oh, he's actually second. Spoilers. He's second in our win percentages. Supremeyatcho, Beatrix, the Patriots fan, who always screams, Patriots by a million! He went 12-3 last week. His win percentage is 71, 57, and 1. That's a 555 win percentage. Brust 310. He went 10-5 last week. His win record is 52-32 on the season. That's a 619 win percentage. That's the highest among all of us. And finally, Fitzmagic, the one who always picks the wrong teams. Went 5-10 last week. He's 52-64 in the season, 448. So if you're wondering about win percentages, the records go Brust, then Dragon, then Quinn, then me, then Gloop, then Supremeyatcho, then Fitzmagic in last place. So we'll do this like we used to back in the old days. Talk about a couple games here. First and foremost, Seahawks Panthers, man. Don't sleep on Seattle. Panthers losing 3 in a row. And also, I got to get this out really quick because it's actually, as you can see there, 4:14 p.m. and it is Thursday. So usually we pre-record this the day before, whatever, but I didn't have time to. So I got to get this out quick. But Panthers lost 3 in a row. They kind of suck. Seattle 6-5, looking good. Maybe I could see them as a wildcard team. I don't know. I wasn't seeing them as a wildcard team earlier this year, but now maybe. But the Panthers lacking in the past couple weeks, and Seattle rolling in the past couple weeks, maybe. And the Colts, man, the Colts are making the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, they are going to be that 6th seed. I'm telling you right now, Colts will be the 6th seed, Chargers will be the 5 seed, Chiefs will be the 1 seed, unless somehow, some way, the Chargers can beat the Chiefs one time. And then maybe it'll be the Chargers in the 1 spot, the Chiefs in the 5, and the Colts in the 6. But nonetheless, the Colts will be in the playoffs, I guarantee you. And they will be dangerous because their O-line is nice. And also, we'll talk about this game. I fell asleep watching it. Fell asleep in the middle of it. But by the looks of it, Aaron Rodgers. Ugh. This is not the same Aaron Rodgers. This is not the same Packers team. Does Mike McCarthy need to be fired? Does the OC need to be fired? I don't know. One of them need to go, though, and they got to redo that offense. Really got to redo it. But without further ado, let's get into the Week 13 predictions. As we start off with tonight's game being Saints-Cowboys. And if you've been watching, Cowboys are getting a little bit better since that Amari Cooper trade. So, they're looking good, but their offense isn't as complete as the New Orleans Saints offense. Their defense is good, but if Sean Lee's not there, they're bad. Is Sean Lee playing tonight? I have no clue if Sean Lee is playing tonight. Because I think he actually missed last week or the week before or some shit. But nonetheless, the Saints are the much better team. They have won 10 straight. The Cowboys are not ending the streak. I'm going with the Saints over the Cowboys. Write that down, I say to myself. Idiot. I say it to myself. Next game up. Ravens, Falcons. Lamar Jackson should be playing again. And Gus Edwards will be the starting running back. And Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Oh, I mean, Ravens defense looked really good. Played really good against the Raiders. Lamar Jackson looked pretty good against the Raiders, too. That's also the Raiders. Atlanta's defense is pretty bad this year, yes. I think Deion Jones is coming back this week. I don't know if it's this week or next week. Should be this week. If they need him back, this should be the week he comes back. But can anyone guard Julio Jones? I don't know. Jimmy Smith's pretty good, but I'm going with the Falcons, though. Just because that offense, I just think that the Falcons' offense will put up more points because, sure, Lamar Jackson did pretty good against the Raiders, but this is a much different Falcons team. They're not the same team as the Raiders, and the offense will definitely put up points like it always does. So give me the Falcons over the Ravens. Next game up, Buccaneers, Panthers in Tampa. And again, like I said, the Panthers have been slacking lately. They've been slacking, but the Buccaneers are awful. There's a different quarterback every week. It says that they're the number one team. That's just because Ryan Fitzpatrick was dotting everyone up the first 4 weeks. But since then, it's really just been like middle of the pack offenses. Jameis Winston is not the franchise. Sorry to admit that. If you watch my Buccaneers franchise, which I got to go back to uploading, I'll probably get a video out tomorrow or this weekend. I just want to record more before I upload so I don't get caught behind. But I have a video ready to upload. Sorry about that. Anyway, Buccaneers, Panthers. I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think they're the better team. They have been slacking lately, but I think this is the week they turn it around. So give me the Panthers over the Bucs. Bears, Giants. Ugh, the Giants fucking blew a 19-3 lead. They blew that game. And I picked the Giants last week. That was the one time I picked the Giants all year. And I can't trust them anymore. And I am a Giants fan. If you guys don't know, I am a Giants fan. But the Bears defense is unstoppable. Eli Manning's he's going to throw maybe one pick this game. Maybe one pick. The reason why I always say maybe one is because he's going to throw dump off after dump off to Saquon. But they are not going to put up enough points. But if you have Saquon in fantasy, start him. Odell, he might get a couple short passes, but they're not going to be able to go deep because Khalil Mack is going to torch that offensive line. And I'm just thinking, realistically, as much as I want the Giants to win this game and watch them finish 8-8, it's just not going to happen when Khalil Mack is going to be rushing you against that weak O-line, as it always is. So, I'm going to go with the Bears over the Giants. And if the Giants win this game, I might take the Giants the rest of the year because I want them to win. I want them in the playoffs, but this is a year where we can't think about playoffs. They're 3-8. They're not out of it yet, but it doesn't matter. Anywho, Bills, Dolphins, and every freaking week, Josh Allen has played. I feel like he's won. Has he not? Every week he started this week, and they won against Jacksonville, which we'll get to Jacksonville in a moment. But I think Brock Osweiler comes back. Not Brock, Ryan Tannehill. Oh, he already came back. Ryan Tannehill already came back last week. They lost on a game-winning kick to Indianapolis. But it's always very difficult to play in Miami. 86 degrees on December 2nd, man. Oh, give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins just because they're so used to playing in that weather. Give me the Dolphins over the Bills. Colts, Jaguars. And if you didn't get the memo, the Jaguars fired their OC, and they are rolling with Cody Kessler for the rest of the year. Not just this game. They said the rest of the season he is starting. So that looks bad. That looks really bad. And that defense is not the same as it was last year. I don't know what's going on. Look at this. Look at that right there. They're still considered a top 5 defense according to NFL.com. But Andrew Luck and that offense has been rolling. The defense is much better than it was last year. So give me the Colts. Give me the Colts over the Jaguars. But I have Andrew Luck in fantasy. I'm not starting Andrew Luck in fantasy just because I feel like this would be a low-scoring affair, and Andrew Luck will do modest. He won't do, crazy numbers. He'll do okay, though. Next game up, Browns-Texans in Houston. The Browns have the same record as the Green Bay Packers. Who would have thought outside of Week 1 that the Browns would have the same record as the Green Bay Packers? Ugh. Oh, who would have known? That is weird. Didn't the Packers lose Week 1? Who did they play week 1? I don't remember. Oh, well. Anywho. Browns, Texans. Oh, yeah, they played the Bears, and Aaron Rodgers may never come back. Never mind. So, yeah. Texans, Browns in Houston. I am going to go with the Texans just because they've won 8 in a row. They're amazing. Give me the Texans. Give me the Texans over the Browns. Next game up, we have the Broncos and the Bengals in Cincinnati. Andy Dalton's done for the year, if you didn't get that memo. I think A.J. Green is not playing this week, if you didn't get that memo. Their defense is crap, if you didn't get that memo. That means you haven't been watching football this year. They had one good week. The Bengals have one good week on defense against the Dolphins. They had like 2 pick sixes, and that's really it. They haven't done anything else since. Broncos beat the Steelers in... I mean, they were in Denver, but that was an epic finish. And they have high hopes. Philip Lindsay is amazing. Is he Rookie of the Year? No, Saquon Barkley is. But Philip Lindsay looks really good. So, Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, watch out. Watch out, Jeff Driscoll. I'm going with the Broncos. The Broncos? I said like Broncos, like C-O-L-S. But I'm going with the Broncos in this game. I think they're going to steal it. The Bengals started 5-2. They started 5-2 and were tied with the Steelers for first in that division. They're 5-6. That is unreal. Rams, Lions in Detroit. I don't even care it's in Detroit. It's in a dome, so ignore the weather. But we got the Rams who played the greatest game on Monday Night Football 2 weeks ago. They had a bye week, and now they're back. And they're 10-1, and the Lions can not even win football games at home against the Bears when they had them right where they wanted them. Matt Stafford throwing picks like crazy. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams. I think Kerryon Johnson's limited too, and Kerryon Johnson's been that offense the past couple of weeks when he's played. So give me the Rams over the Lions. Next game up, Cardinals, Packers. Whenever these two teams play, it's always amazing, except it won't be amazing this time because the Packers aren't good, and Josh Rosen sucks. They're 32nd in every category with David Johnson. I'm going with the Packers, but let me say this. If they use David Johnson this game, like a lot, like 2016 David Johnson, the Cardinals will win this game. I guarantee you. If they give David Johnson like 20 carries and they give him like 10 targets in the passing game, 20 plus, maybe 25 plus rushes and like 10 plus targets in the pass game, I guarantee you the Cardinals win this game. But that's not what they do anymore. They don't do that. So the Packers are winning this game. It's also in Green Bay, and it's gonna snow. Jesus. That's a game where you need the run game to step up, and short passes come in clutch. So David Johnson can maybe do this and eliminate the Packers from the playoffs again. That would be awesome. I think everyone would love to see that. Or maybe just my opinion. I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I'm just tired of everyone saying the Packers are the best team and they're Super Bowl contenders every year. Because honestly, they're not anymore. They're not. Okay? Anywho. Chiefs, Rams. In Oakland. I don't even think it matters. The Raiders suck. Give me the Chiefs. I'm just going to skip all that nonsense. Give me the Chiefs. Because they're terrible. The Raiders are terrible. Even though the Chiefs off defense, according to NFL.com, is worse than the Raiders. The Raiders offense sucks. And anyone on that Chiefs offense can produce. Doesn't matter when. Doesn't matter who. Anyone can do good at any time. Jets, Titans in Tennessee. This is kind of a shit fest because Titans have lost a lot of games in a row. Actually, no, they haven't lost a lot of games in a row. They've lost like 2 in a row. They beat the Patriots that 1 week. So Jets, Titans in Tennessee. Both QBs for the Jets were on the injury report today. So that's not good. Give me the Titans. Give me the Titans over the Jets. But honestly, this just seems like a game that the Jets would win, you know? They do that a lot. It be like that sometimes, as they say. Anywho, 49ers, Seahawks in Seattle. Like I said, Seattle's rolling. I can see them in the wild card. Can they win? Can they make it to the Super Bowl? Probably not. I don't think they can. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders. There's so many more competitive teams in the NFC. But I could see the Seahawks making the playoffs. I could see them easily winning this game because it's in Seattle and it's Nick Mullins, third-string quarterback that barely knows who's played 2 games. So give me Seattle. Give me Seattle in a blowout. You'll see. Shaquille Griffin will have 1.5 sacks. Maybe. I don't know. Vikings-Patriots. This should be a really good game. And this is a game where... See, the position the Vikings are in right now, they're 6-4-1. I want them to make the playoffs. I want them to be a wild card spot. But they're 6-4-1, and they're going to New England. This just seems like a game the Patriots will absolutely dominate. So, I gotta go with the Patriots. This is concerning me for the Vikings. I'm not a Vikings fan or anything, but the Vikings only got better last year from year on year. Like, they, instead of Case Keenum, they upgraded to Kirk Cousins. They got Sheldon Richardson. They got George Iloka. Like, they have more. They have more around them, but they're 6-4-1, which is weird because if they lose to the Patriots, they'll be 6-5-1, and it'll be concerning because then Seattle will take over as the wild card spot, and I don't know who the other team is in the wild card spot. I mean, what other teams? What other teams? Maybe the Redskins will be there, or maybe the Panthers will be there, and that again, that's concerning. It's very concerning. The Vikings will still, the Falcons will still have a chance to make the playoffs if the Vikings lose. Like, that'll be huge. But anyway, give me the Patriots. Patriots over Vikings, and watch out for the Vikings. Then watch out. That's very concerning. They might not make the playoffs. Sunday night football action. This is gonna be one hell of a fucking game. Chargers Steelers in Pittsburgh. I feel like Pittsburgh always gets the Sunday night games in their stadium. It's bullshit, man. They always get them. Chargers looked amazing. Phillip Rivers broke an NFL record last week. If you didn't know, 25 straight completions to start a game. That is an NFL record. Ryan Tannehill did it like 2 years ago. He got like 22 or some shit. 23. I don't know, some random number like that. But then Phillip Rivers had 25 to start this game. Absolutely insane. Steelers blew a game in Denver. Couldn't think of the place for a second. They blew the game in Denver, and they don't look good. However, it's in Pittsburgh, and that team in Pittsburgh plays so much differently than any other place, even though they got absolutely destroyed by the Ravens earlier in the year. But I think it's a completely different Steelers team now. They're way more disciplined. They are playoff hungry. Give me the Steelers over the Chargers, but again, it should be one hell of a game. Maybe a game of the year candidate. I don't know. It'll be a good game. And finally, Monday Night Football action. Shitty division matchup between the Eagles and the Redskins. Now, Eagles somehow won last week to the Giants, which again, I didn't think they should have. But they did. They somehow got away with it. Colt McCoy and the Redskins, how did they do last week? I don't even remember. Who did they play last week? Oh yeah, they played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. And lost. Lost bad. Oof. Lost bad. I don't want to choose the Eagles, because then that's going to concern me as a Giants fan with the playoff hopes. But I got to be realistic. Giants aren't making the playoffs anyway. Give me the Eagles over the Redskins. It's a Monday Night Football action. Do they even play this year yet, the Eagles and the Redskins? I don't think they have. I think this is their first time playing this year. Anywho, that's going to end this predictions video. I got to get this uploaded like right now. This will probably be uploaded like 20 minutes after recording this, which is pretty crazy. But I got to get it up before Thursday Night Football action. So, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that crazy stuff down below. And I'll see you in the next one.